Welcome to Oulton Too Slow, and in this video I'm at Oulton Park taking part in the HSCC Gold Cup meeting. This was my first time at Oulton Park, and what an incredible array of cars came to race. You won't find our cars in the garages, we're in the outer paddock. And this week I'm racing with a Velo Stak trumpet fitted to the car. I'll put a link in the description for the company which sent it to me, and it came all the way from Canada. I'd never raced before at Oulton Park, so I signed up for 2 testing sessions on the Saturday, which just allowed me an opportunity to just get a feel of the track and slowly build my speed. These 2 brief sessions were mainly for reconnaissance and to allow me a little bit of time to maybe work with the setup a little bit. There were cars from different classes in each session, so you'll see some unusual cars, some old Formula 3s and some Formula Juniors. I arrived early on Friday, and that gave me the opportunity to walk around the track. This was invaluable. The elevation changes are really quite pronounced, and you don't see that on the videotape or when you're driving. As I round Hislops and into Knickerbrook, I see oil on the left hand side. I back right out of it. The car in front isn't so lucky. He spins out, and I know that the session is over. And here we are in qualifying. For some strange reason, the V-Box microphone didn't pick up any audio on this particular lap. We run into Cascades, which is probably the most critical corner on the track. It runs into the long lakeside straight around Island Bend. The Island Bend is one of those corners where it's a test of nerve. Do you lift? Do you brake? This is the Shell Oils corner. It's a hairpin and it's really banked. I think there's 6 feet elevation between the inside curb and the outside curb. This is the hilltop straight running down toward Hislops. It's hard to pick a braking point. Turn in, stay away from the curbs. Around Knickerbrook, this is another critical corner. Over the hill and into my favourite section, round Water Tower, and we head towards Druids, which is a double apex right-hander, before running down towards Warwick Bridge. This is great fun to drive and is a test of nerve. Look how close the barriers are to the track. Based on my times in the practice sessions, I decided that 2 minutes was my target qualifying time. As I come under the bridge and across the line, I'm just a fraction over that. So here we are, race 1. Due to the COVID restrictions, it's a rolling start, unfortunately. Something which I've never really done before, and as you can see, I missed the jump on the guys in front a little bit. Regular viewers of my videos will hear me say this time and time again, but my inexperience is showing here. I'm allowing myself to drop off behind the car in front. I should be right on his gearbox and pushing him, but too much caution. I'm slowing down and I'm not pushing hard enough at this point. I think my lines are good. I just think I'm too slow into the corners, and as a consequence, I'm too slow out of them. I should be pushing on a lot more. As we run down the straight towards Hislop's, I can see a car in front rolls, and I know this has got to red flag the session. Thankfully, the driver climbed out unscathed, and his car will need a little bit of work to get it back on track. And here we are at the restart. I get another go at a rolling start, and this time I'm pushing on a lot more and I'm doing a little bit better. I'm feeling a little bit happy with the start and a little bit happy with my position, but I do need to keep on pushing on. We go round Island Bend, and then in front I can see some smoke, and there's cars everywhere. Yet again, I know this has got to be another red flag. Sure enough, the race gets abandoned after 2 red flags to allow the track to be cleared and the rest of the racing program to continue. Thankfully, we'll be running this race again at Cadwell Park at the next meeting. And here we are, race 2. I get a little bit better at this rolling start. I push on more. I think possibly I may have jumped the start. There's a car on the inside which I very properly give the place back to, which I think I may have stolen on the jump start. And this is getting frustrating. Around Cascades I should be pushing on, but no, I leave a massive gap for car 22 to come through and just hand the place over to George. Trying to develop a little bit of a rhythm now as the race progresses. I need to keep on pushing, I need to relax and try and enjoy the race as much as I can. I fall off the back a little bit, but after a few laps I do find some other cars to have a bit of fun with. My teammate Ben Hadfield in front had a bit of an off, and we find ourselves racing together. As we go down the straight towards Island Bend, I pull out of his slipstream, and you can hear a significant change in the wind noise. That's the effect of the tow. as a lap progresses, I'm looking for places where I'm faster, and not only faster, a place where I can put an overtake on. The overtaking side, the racecraft side, is something I'm really lacking in, and I need to develop those skills. Unfortunately, I can only develop those skills by racing more. As we head towards the start-finish straight, I can see a back marker ahead. Maybe this is the opportunity to get close to Ben and try and sneak up on one side whilst distracted by the back marker. But no such luck. So now I need to come up with a strategy how to get past Ben. I think the tow is having a significant effect on the speed of the car, and he's really struggling to pull away from me. So what I've got to do is sit on his gearbox, try and encourage him to make an error, or maybe use the tow to outbrake him into the Shell Oils corner. Unfortunately, none of those things happen. What happens is, we go into the corner, I miss a gear, and he just drives away from me. What a missed opportunity. So I spend the next few laps trying to claw back the time I lost. It took a while, but soon enough I catch up with Ben just after he gets past George in car 22, and my mission is to try and get past George before the end of the race, but we're running out of time. As I develop as a racing driver, as I learn all these new skills, I really appreciate the effect of the tow on these long straights. It makes a massive difference, and the next time I'm out at Oulton Park, I'm going to use it. As you can see, we're all pretty much evenly matched here. I'm pushing on towards George as best I can, and Ben is doing all the hard work out in front. He's not benefiting from any tow. The car's running well, and I really think there's a chance for me to get past George and maybe have another go at Ben. I'm pushing on, I just need a few more laps, but inevitably that's the end of the race. What a great weekend that was. Drive home was quite long, over 4 hours, and during the drive I thought about my progression over the weekend. Decided to put these two laps side by side. On the left hand side is my fastest qualifying lap, and on the right hand side is my fastest lap during the race. Admittedly, I'm benefiting getting a tow from Ben, but there's been significant improvement over the weekend. I had the benefit of having Simon from Get Race Ready to spend the Sunday with me. He looked at all the data, he went through my laps and really helped me identify areas where I could be smoother and faster into and out of the corners. As you can see, the top speeds are pretty similar, but I'm significantly quicker by the end of the weekend. So thank you, Simon, for all the help and advice. And as we finish the last lap, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing to this channel and also hit the little notification bell. It gives my channel a bit of a boost and helps my figures greatly. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.